Ranking the best users in Madden 23. We are back here updating another top 10. Today I'm going to be going over my top 10 users in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. Now before I do want to get into the first card, I do want to go ahead shout out the comment of the day. Now if you're new here, I always do something where we go over a linebacker spot at number 10. So for the people out there, if you clicked on this video, you like to use our linebackers and not safeties, this is the spot for you. And I'm going to give you two people that I really like. First one right here is going to be Hendricks. Now Hendricks and Derek Johnson are pretty similar. Like if you look at their stats, you look at their height, they're pretty similar. But the main difference why I went Hendricks over Derek Johnson is because when we take a look at his abilities, I'll let you know. But he's 6'3", 93 speed, 94 excel, really good in the box stats too that can help you stop the run, and he has the big hitter trait, and he has all things that I look for a user. And now what's really important about him and him being a linebacker, him getting lurker for 0 AP. Again, that's the main difference between him and say Derek Johnson, right? Derek Johnson gets it for 1, and if you don't have to spend the AP, don't spend the AP. That's why I went Hendricks over Derek Johnson. Isaiah Simmons still, in my opinion, he kind of like lurks like a safety with that lurker ability as well. He's 6'4", 93 speed, 92 excel. Not the best in the box stats, but just the way he moves, like I said, it's very similar to a safety in my opinion. And he gets lurker for 1 AP, but I think he's a better user than Derek Johnson, just given the way he played. So at number 9 right here, I'm gonna have Steve Atwater. Steve Atwater, 6'3", 94 speed, 91 excel. The agility and change of direction, just like a little bit lower. I'd like to see 90s across the board for that. Has great in the box stats, and of course has the big hitter trait on yes. Now what I love about the card is he gets 0 AP pick artist. That's really, really nice. And I don't know about y'all, but I get really annoyed, and it's really my fault when it happens, but I'll be like user in a card, say he doesn't have pick artist. I just hold triangle like so much. Like I anticipate him throwing it, they don't throw it. I like press triangle, and then like the play goes on for a little bit, then they throw it right at me, and I get a bad timing ball hawk, and I just drop the interception. So having pick artists, I just love. I can actually just basically hold triangle. Love the pick artists on the user, and yeah, I think Steve Atwater is still a pretty good user. Now at number 8, we're gonna have Shaun T. Shaun T is great physical stats wise. There's just cards above him that I would prefer just on an ability standpoint, but he's 6'2", 94 speed, 94 excel, 93 agility, 93 change direction. He moves really, really good. Like he is a great user. He also has great in the box stats as well. Like the impact blocking a little bit low, but he has great block shed. And of course, Shaun T has that big hitter trait on yes. Now for his abilities, I just wish the card got pick artists for 0. Like that's really my only complaint. Just give him pick artists for 0, and he would probably be so much higher on this list. I think he'd even be so much better as a free safety too. I just, again, wish he got the pick artist for 0. Now at number 7 right here, I'm gonna go Rayshawn Jenkins. Why is Rayshawn Jenkins above Shaun T? Well, he's 6'1", 94 speed, 93 excel. Not the best in the box stats. Like Shaun T does have him beat here, and it really came down to this, okay? It came down to, do I prefer the in the box stats, or do I prefer a 0 AP pick artist? It was tough. Like I could see Sean Taylor above this card, but give me the 0 AP pick artist, man. Like, because think about it, that's potentially a 1 AP double or nothing you don't have on the field because you're spending 1 AP on Shaun T, you know what I'm saying? Or a zone KO. Like, I would just prefer having the 0 AP pick artist. I feel like that's more valuable. And again, a lot of times with like run defense with your user, a lot of it's like user based and like gap shoots. At number 6, we're gonna have Kyle Duggar. That has some of the best stats we are going to cover. It's just, oh man, they made him, he could have been so great. He could have been probably the best safety in the game. Maybe he could have, but he's 6'1" once again, 95 speed, 95 excel. He has 91 man, 93 zone, pretty good in the box stats, not like great. Again, Shaun T's better, has the big hitter trait on yes, but like look at the abilities, man. He doesn't even get pick artists for discount. Oh, you would have to run pick artists for 2 AP or just no abilities on him. Yeah, like again, like I think it's very, very close. Like I could see Shaun T above this card. I could see Rayshawn Jenkins above this card. It's tough because his stats, man, are so good. It's just really just him not getting discounted pick artists why I'm not that high on him. But my top 5 are my top 5. At 5 right here, we have Ronnie Lott. Ronnie Lott stats wise, potentially he could be higher, but I'll go over why I think he's not as good of a user, if that makes sense. You'll understand when I talk about it. But he's 6 foot, 95 speed, 93 excel, really good physical stats, great in the box stats, and of course he has the big hitter trait on yes. Now let's pull up his 85 overall power up right here, and let's look at the abilities he can get. He can get pick artist for 1, but he can get inside shade for 2. So this is why I think maybe not a user, or maybe he could potentially be the best user in the game. Okay, let's talk about it. So he gets inside shade. Inside shade will pretty much cancel all route abilities, right? So what does that mean? The person he's manned up on should not like light up with short and elite, short out elite, whatever they have. Now, here's where it comes in as a user. What if you just man up your user on literally any receiver on the field? Earlier in the year, this worked as well. If you had a safety with like inside shade, or like your user, you manned them up on people, they would get their route abilities canceled too. And I don't believe it's changed. So whether he's cross man, whether he's manned right up top of them, inside shade should cancel the route ability. So if your user is manned up on someone, their route ability should get canceled pretty much is what I'm trying to say. That could mean he's higher for you. That could mean he's lower, because again, inside shade, want to play him at CB, want to play him as like a top safety. Let me know though, do you think Ronnie Lott should be higher, or do you think he should be lower? So number 4 and number 3 were so close for me. At number 4 though, I'm gonna slightly go Thomas Davis. Thomas Davis is 6'1", 94 speed, 97 excel. He has, again, really good physical stats across the board. Great in the box stats. I mean, he is a linebacker in the NFL. They gave him his college position though, and he has a big hitter trade, yes. Now for his abilities, once again, he can get pick artist for 1 AP. I like to see that. I like to see pick artist for 1, but like it even more for 0. And that's really why at number 3, I'm gonna go ahead and have Bo Jackson. So Bo Jackson, again, 6'1", 95 speed, 94 excel, 93 agility, 95 change direction. I think he moves so smooth. He moves so smooth, and he even has good in the box stats as well. He has a big hitter trait, and yes. Now for his discount abilities, he could first off get pick artist for 0. That's what I would run. I know people see acrobat for 1, and they want to run acrobat for 1. I get it, but I think the pick artist for 0 is better, to be honest with you. Even as a user, give me the pick artist for 0. I think acrobat needs to be comboed with pick artist to be good, because I feel like acrobat is probably the most inconsistent ability in the game, and there's a lot of inconsistent things in this game. So yeah, I really like Bo Jackson though. I think he's one of the like smoothest moving users. He is someone that, compared to our top 2, that is more likely to like be able to keep up with receivers and stuff in straight line speed. But the top 2, you're able to lurk like really low and like just get some crazy lurk animations from balls that you have no business picking off. So 2 versus 1 is really tough. At number 2, I'm gonna go Ted Hendricks, and I'll explain why I'm going Ted Hendricks. But he's 6'7", 94 speed, 95 cells. Then again, it's the 6'7" that really like separates him, in my opinion. He's great. And again, you might not like using him because his agility and change of direction is low. It really depends on how you like to lurk. But in my opinion, I think Ted Hendricks is the 2nd best user in the game, but I'll also explain why you see so many people using him. It's most likely due because his man isn't good, and if you can't trust someone in man, a lot of people don't really like using him. Now, he has great in the box stats as well. Big hitter trait on yes. And for his abilities, this is where he loses me a little bit. He gets 0 AP tip drill. If he got a 1 AP pick artist, he'd be number 1 for me. When I said earlier that I love the whole triangle across the field, tip drill doesn't help with that, man. I get so many bad timing ball hawks with Ted, it's not even funny. So that's why Ted is not my number 1. At number 1 for me is gonna go ahead and be Julius Peppers. But Julius Peppers, value-wise, might be better as like a safety or like an AI controlled defender. I totally get that. Again, he's 6'7" though, 94 speed, 95 excel, agility and change direction, again, a little bit lower, but you can lurk really low with these cards and pick off balls that are like 10 yards above your head. It's kind of crazy. And again, this time he has 90 man, so you're more likely to trust him in man compared to Ted Hendricks. And he has good in the box stats, no big hitter trait on yes, which I find interesting. I'm surprised he doesn't. But for his abilities, gets pick artist for 0. Again, love the pick artist for 0 because I always get the bad timing ball hawks because I love the whole triangle across the field. And he also gets deep out zone KO for 1, so I can totally see why you would have him lower just based off of like his value as like being a safety. But yeah, y'all, this was my top 10 users in Madden 23 Ultimate Team. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agreed with, what you disagreed with. Who do you think should go up? Who do you think should come down? Did I snub anyone off the list? If you did enjoy the video though, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with the best cards in Madden 23. If you want to see me use some of these cards live, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with the follow. We've been grinding the streams over there, so I greatly appreciate that. Now, if you don't feel like heading over to Twitch, you guys want another video to watch, check this one out right here. I rank the best free safeties in Madden 23.